process historically did not trigger the personal involvement of the Secretary of State. The State Department's principal representative for the Uranium One deal was Assistant Secretary of State for Economic, Energy, and Business Affairs. During the time period in question, the position was held by Jose Fernandez. As you are aware, Mr. Fernandez has personally attested that Secretary Clinton never intervened with me on any Uranium One matter. Truly amazing. Some more headlines out of the WikiLeaks email. The description, the link will be in the description below this video so you can do your own research. CBS News Podesta emails show excerpts of Clinton's speeches to Goldman Sachs. Hillary Clinton's lucrative speech circuit after she was at the State Department included $3 million from speeches to banks and financial firms. $675,000 came from 3 speeches for Goldman Sachs. Amazing. WikiLeaks dump. Hillary dreams of open trade and open borders. She wants a North American Union, which is a regional part of one world government. She wants to end U.S. sovereignty. Sanders supporters seethe over Clinton's leaked remarks to Wall Street. She's against the big banks publicly. Privately, she's giving 6-figure speeches to them. 3 speeches for $675,000 to Goldman Sachs alone. $3 million worth of speeches to tell the bankers, don't worry about my public rhetoric. I'm going to protect you. Truly disgusting. I mean, how could Bernie Sanders endorse her? I don't know. Maybe he was threatened. Maybe he's all part of the Clinton crime syndicate. It's hard to tell, but I mean, because we know from the earlier leaked emails that her and the DNC stole the election from Bernie Sanders. By all rights, he should be the Democrat nominee. And I don't like Bernie Sanders one little bit, but let's be honest. No one likes Hillary Clinton. Truly amazing. Continuing. WikiLeaks publishes 2,000 emails from Clinton campaign chair John Podesta. There he is. The organization, which has been accused of acting in concert with Russian hackers, claims to have 50,000 emails in total from Podesta's Gmail account, but only released 2,050 on Friday. They're Russian agents, but they're exposing Uranium One deals through the State Department. Okay. Leaked emails show Clinton campaign coordinating with Soros organization. Of course, George Soros, the billionaire left-wing radical, funding Black Lives Matter and other radical left-wing groups, part of a destabilization program to cause a race war, civil war in this country. George Soros's Open Society Foundation. Soros gave almost $10 million to Clinton's super PAC. And of course, again, he's a major donor to Black Lives Matter, as Washington Times reports, and New York Times and Weaponized News continues to report. George Soros has given at least $33 million through his Open Society Foundation to Black Lives Matter. Truly disgusting. I mean, this is a disgusting individual. Another disgusting individual. So, A December 2015 email exchange between Podesta and Open Society Foundation President Chris Stone was included in the batch of Podesta's emails released by WikiLeaks on Friday. Hi, John. Your policy team was asking me for ideas on police reform a couple of months ago. Here's a concrete idea I've written up and a good hook for it in Chicago, Stone wrote. So, Stone, left-wing radical, head of the Open Society Foundation, funded by George Soros, demon-possessed, left-wing, communist, socialist, insane billionaire, right out of a cartoon villain comic book. He's amazing. Is advising the Clinton campaign on police reform. Continuing here, The Intercept, exclusive new email leak reveals Clinton campaign's cozy press relationship. The emails were provided to The Intercept by the source identifying himself as Goosefer 2.0, who was reportedly responsible for prior significant hacks, including one that targeted the Democratic National Committee and resulted in the resignations of its 4 top officials. On Friday, Obama administration officials claimed the Russians' senior-most officials were responsible for that hack and others, although they provided no evidence for that assertion. One January 2015 strategy document designed to plant stories on Clinton's decision-making process about whether to run for president singled out reporter Maggie Haberman, then of Politico, now covering the election for the New York Times, as a friendly journalist who has teed up stories for them in the past and never disappointed them. Nick Merle, the campaign press secretary, produced the memo according to the document metadata. And so they're identifying journalists that are sympathetic to their lies and crimes and corruption and treason against the United States. And they're coordinating with these journalists to write positive stories. Here's the reporters list. ABC, David Muir, Diane Sawyer, George Stephanopoulos. No big surprise, right? We knew all these journalists are in the tank for Hillary Clinton. Bloomberg, CBS, CNN, The Daily Beast, Huffington Post, GPG, More, MSNBC, Rachel Maddow. No big surprise, right? The New Yorker, the New York Times, People Magazine, Politico, Vice News, Vox. I mean, all the mainstream left-wing media here is in the tank. Well, yeah, no doubt. I mean, confirmation of what we can see and hear with our own eyes and ears. Truly disgusting. So they're Russian agents over here at WikiLeaks, but they're exposing the Uranium One deal with Russia that gave Russia, what is it, 1/6, 1/5 of all uranium production capacity in the United States. They're exposing that fact once again, but they're Russian agents. I don't think that those two can be reconciled. So truly disgusting propaganda denial out of the Obama administration, but we would expect nothing less because he's a complete traitor, and all more traitors to the United States. They should be saying, what the hell were you doing giving 1/5 of all uranium production capacity in the United States to a Russian company? Man! Let's go now to Zero Hedge for a boil down about more of these email leaks from the latest WikiLeaks data dump. A real-life house of cards, the most striking WikiLeaks revelations from the Podesta files. And so, yes, life does imitate art. It is like an episode of House of Cards, except for a lot worse because this is reality, not some internet series about Washington corruption. This is real life. These people really are hardcore mafioso criminals, killers, blackmailers, extortionists, traitors to the people of this country and the United States Constitution. Out of the many amazing one-liners offered up by Hillary as she was out collecting millions of dollars for her Wall Street speeches, here is an expanded sample. Hillary Clinton: I'm kind of far removed from the struggles of the middle class because the life I've lived and the economic, fortunes that my husband and I enjoy. Well, yeah. We're not all international criminals. We're just regular tax-paying working class people. And so obviously she cannot relate to us. Hillary Clinton said that there was a bias against people who have led successful and or complicated lives, citing the need to devise of assets, positions, and stocks. Hillary Clinton noted President Clinton had spoken at the same Goldman Sachs summit last year and Blankfein joked he increased our budget. Of course, that's Lloyd Blankfein, CEO of Goldman Sachs, international financial terrorist. Clinton said when she got to state, employees were not mostly permitted to have handheld devices. Clinton joked it's risky for her to speak to a group committed to futures markets. They can't possibly vet all those refugees, so they don't know if, jihadists are coming in along with legitimate refugees. And she's talking about refugees going into Turkey. But it's just fine to open our borders and bring them into the United States. Hillary Clinton said the Saudis opposed the Muslim Brotherhood, which is kind of ironic since the Saudis have exported more extreme ideology than any other place on earth over the course of the last 30 years. And of course, I think, 20%? They're funding, the Saudi government is funding 20% of her campaign or some ridiculous amount, giving her millions and millions and millions of dollars. But she says that, they've exported more extreme ideology than anyone on earth over the last 30 years. So great partners you have there, Hillary. They, once again, oppress women. They kill gays. And so, there you have it. Total corruption from Hillary Clinton, backed up by extremist exporters, the Saudi government. My dream is a hemispheric common market with open trade and open borders sometime in the future with energy that is as green and sustainable as we can get it. Powering growth and opportunity for every person in the hemisphere. Wow, she wants the North American Union, the end of American sovereignty, one world government. Hillary Clinton is a globalist, international criminal, scumbag that belongs under the jail. Right here's open treason against United States sovereignty in this statement. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other great email exchanges as well. The following exchange comes from the president of the Soros-funded Open Society Foundation, who offers some advice on police reform. I covered that a little bit. Yeah, the Open Society is coordinating, George Soros's Open Society is coordinating with the Hillary Clinton campaign about police reform, and he wants to federalize local police, bring in the UN, and one world government. Very nice people. Continuing. Well, that seemed to backfire. To summarize, Stone